GamerGobble.
Hello and welcome to another fabulous episode of GamerGobble, everyone's favorite show that exists, I guess. I'm your host, Ian.
And I'm your co-host, Tim.
Tim wanted me to mention this before we started. It was a fortune I got from a fortune cookie before we recorded this show. To read it out loud it's a breathtaking piece of poetry, I think. Don't you think, Tim?
Oh, I 100% agree with you on this one.
Here it is. Ready?
Okay.
Relationships. Period. No caps.
Well, that about sums up GamerGobble. Thank you for watching.
I mean, what kind of fortune is that? In any case,
I think it's the best fortune.
it certainly is. It felt like a slap in the face. I'm a little obnoxious. I feel really attacked right now. In any case, we have some stuff to talk about this week, so let's get things rolling with This Week in Gaming.
This week in gaming.
A few things happened this week in the world of video games. For one, a service launched its beta. It's very interesting. I don't know what to think of it. It is called Jump. It was described...
Oops, sorry, I can't jump with the setup.
Just immediately smack your mic, really?
Yeah, well,
But it's on an arm stand. I can jump because mine's on a separate arm, but you're under a desk and your legs
actually
are under a
lifted the
desk.
entire desk when I
You
did
did,
that,
I
but
saw that.
Yeah.
Jump is a gaming streaming service for indie titles, very much like Netflix or Hulu, which is fascinating, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. It's video games.
They've tried it before with the OnLive, but that didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that thing?
No.
It tried to run games like Arkham Asylum whenever that was new.
Did it work?
I mean, it functioned. The games didn't look amazing, but they looked like probably running on low on PC.
Okay.
And it was streaming. So, I mean, it was cool. And that's also a thing that NVIDIA is still trying to get going. A full-on gaming Netflix service using a dedicated device.
Not like Steam, though, right? This is like
no, like
streaming.
streaming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I think is going to take off eventually. I think generally internet speeds are still a little too low for that to work.
Nothing like
especially
Korea.
for online games because you have to stream the game and stream all of the information for multiplayer. I don't see it taking off particularly soon, but I do think it's going to happen.
I'm just saying that Korea quote because I was just randomly researching internet speeds and I was like, wow, places like Japan, Korea and stuff, they get gigabit internet standard.
Yeah.
$30 a month in our equivalents here. And it's like, wow, here, that's $70 or more a month.
Yeah, I know.
And that's only like 3 cities. So,
yeah.
Woo, go US.
Well, we don't need it
Yet.
anywhere here. And to be fair, I guess it's not needed over there either, but...
it's going to be the future.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you got to remember that's the sort of progress that's just naturally made.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, everyone now is 2.5 gigahertz and getting either that or 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi. It's always one of the two now, and that was unheard of a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like 2.4 gigahertz was super fast. I mean, it's still decently fast, but that was like crazy fast a few years ago for your internet speeds. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we were getting that as a standard 5-6 years from now.
Well, if we're going to be streaming games, like I said, we're going to need
It's gonna
quite
be
the update
yeah.
with our internet. So.
Well, I mean, the games aren't going to look as good if they're being streamed.
Mm-hmm.
Jump itself, I don't really know what to think. $10 a month seems a little steep for any streaming service for just like a basic one-device package. And it really depends on the library. I'm not really interested in it. But hey, it's cool. The technology's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Other things that have happened this week. The Castlevania series on Netflix. I watched the first 2 episodes. Tim hasn't watched it. But... Castlevania got a nice little anime-style show on Netflix, and it's really, really cool.
Is it actually anime style, or is it...
Anime style.
Awesome.
Not anime, I don't think. I think it might be American-produced, maybe.
Okay.
But the style is very anime, which it should be, because Castlevania has that sort of art style, especially Symphony of the Night onward. Specifically, it's an adaptation of Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse, except in Dracula's Curse, you were an 8-bit little sprite of Trevor Belmont whipping hunchbacks, whereas here it's this F-bombing Trevor Belmont whipping out priests' eyeballs.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it was super cool.
You did not describe it.
I really like it because it's really violent. Like in the first episode, it's 4 episodes right now, but they renewed it for an 8-episode second season.
Okay.
The first episode, Dracula. Spoiler alert here. I'm not going to go into too many plot details in case you haven't seen the show yet. But to describe the first episode, since it's a prologue essentially, it's the same as in the games where Dracula falls in love with a woman, but then they burn her at the stake.
Oh.
So he unleashes his monsters and goes full evil again. That's the plot of the games too.
I didn't know that. That's really dark and sad.
Well, except in the games, he transports his castle around. He just can teleport Castlevania. He can move it.
Okay, good.
To quote Alucard, or is it Richter? Someone said it in Symphony of the Night. The castle is a creature of chaos.
Oh, is it now? Okay.
Castlevania's got some weird stuff.
Okay.
And I love the Castlevania games. They're not my favorite, but I do like them. Mm-hmm. Especially the earlier ones. Castlevania 1, 3, 4, Rondo of Blood. Some of my favorite games for their consoles. Rondo of Blood is my favorite game for the TurboGrafx because there's like 7 games I've played for the TurboGrafx.
Wow.
But no, it's a lot of really good games. And this captures the spirit of the games, except, whenever Dracula teleports his castle in the games, it's an 8-bit sprite flickering. And then the Belmont guy goes up and whips a dude, and they explode into a little fireball. Here, Dracula summons his castle into the middle of the city, and it demolishes a building. And then he sends out his horde, and it rips a woman's spinal column, and her intestines are hanging out.
Oh, what?
And I was like, yeah!
What?
Dracula!
Oh, jeez.
It's really, really gory.
I would have to look this up afterwards.
No, you would like it because it's incredibly violent, incredibly brutal. There's swearing, there's violence, there's death. The Catholic Church is like the main enemy, which is very stereotypical for your sort of a horror genre thing set in this sort of time period.
Also vampires?
Yeah. So evil Christians, evil vampires.
Evil Christians?
Yeah, that's a common theme in this sort of thing, actually. The Christian Church is evil. The Catholic Church in this. It's just evil. You want to see them dead.
Oh,
but,
okay.
I am Catholic, for the record.
No, I'm just saying.
So, I'm not.
I thought they would be the ones fighting against the vampires.
No. It's like
I don't know.
Corruption in the church was a thing at that point, like a major issue. So, as someone raised with a Catholic family, Catholics at that time period were monsters.
Okay.
But it's exaggerated. It's ridiculous. But there's something satisfying about watching Trevor Belmont whip a dude's eye out.
I would have to see
whip
that
a
for
guy's
myself.
finger off. He's like, dude has like a weapon shaped like a cross. He goes to attack a peasant, so he whips him, and he misses the weapon and just whips off his finger.
He actually, a whip,
yeah,
though, cuts
it was
off
super
things.
cool.
I'm so confused. And it's like in the anime art style.
Yeah, it's brutally violent.
Huh.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay,
It's Castlevania. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
The other major thing this week was Games Done Quick's Summer Games Done Quick event, which ended as of recording yesterday. Tim, what do you know about Games Done Quick?
Well, I don't know much. Something charity, something. I'm assuming they're gonna speedrun games.
That's exactly it. They
Okay.
speedrun games, and they have a couple events every year. They practically take over Twitch, and they live stream all of these popular speedrunners speedrunning games. Some occasionally you see world record stuff, but that's not too common. It's usually more for the community. It's a bunch of people just sitting around speedrunning. You see some great games that you never even expect to be seen speedrun, like the PC version of Chamber of Secrets was present one year, and I was like, who cares about that? Even I haven't played the PC version, and I love Harry Potter, and I've played all the other Harry Potter games, but not the PC versions. But it was still fun to watch. People doing these crazy mind-numbing glitches, and you're like, what? And they're weird categories. So how it works is there'll be a base speedrun, say Mario 64.
Okay.
If they want it to be 100%, it has the donations. If viewers want it to be 100% speedrun,
Okay.
which everyone would rather watch because it's much more interesting, then the money donated has to cross a certain threshold.
Okay.
And not just that, it's not total. Each game has its own thing. So a Smash Brothers Melee run is separate from a Mario 64 run. So people have to donate to each one separately.
Yeah, streaming goals. If we reach this amount, I'm gonna do this thing.
But
So for
say
them,
the
it's-
game that's being streamed at the moment is Melee, and they're like, put this money towards 64. That money goes to the 64 fund. And then that can go towards contributing to that. And then you'll see really weird things that you don't expect, Tetris speedruns are fun. But probably the coolest thing I've seen.
How do you speedrun Tetris?
Well, like some versions of the games have endings when you cross a certain score.
Oh.
Like the NES version did. But no, some of them are really interesting. They'll be like 2 players, 1 controller, Mario 64.
Okay.
Where, one person's analog stick, 1 person's jump and punch.
Oh, is that what that
and they
is?
speedrun it.
Oh.
Like they do these like crazy, insane glitches that I couldn't do by myself, let alone sharing the controller with you. We would never be able to pull that off.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we could.
Mostly because I'd run you off cliffs and make you mad.
Yeah,
Be funny.
That probably happened.
But no, Games Done Quick is a beautiful thing. They get a lot of money, and it's always for good causes. I think
Was it like 1.7 million this time or something like that?
yeah, which is crazy because I remember whenever they hit $10,000 and that was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
I think they usually go to Doctors Without Borders,
Wow.
which is a great cause.
Yeah.
So yeah, Games Done Quick just ended, but you guys can check out the next Games Done Quick marathon. I was too busy all week. I didn't get to watch it, but I will be probably watching a lot of the runs over the next couple days just to catch up because it's just so genuinely fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like it.
And you might want to check it out too. They don't just do old games; they'll do games that came out as much as like a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
If they find if there's a speedrun route figured out.
Sweeto.
But enough of that. Let's get on to Game of the Week.
Game of the Week.
Hey Tim,
What?
what happens when you take the Elder Scrolls except then you make it post-apocalypse?
Oh, you have the
Fallout,
Oh,
not the Elder Scrolls in
I
post-apocalypse.
thought
That
it'd
was
be
not
the
answer.
newer scrolls.
Oh. What are you? Okay. No. Fallout, which of course did not start out as Elder Scrolls clones, but did develop into it. We're going to talk about the entire series because we were just so strapped for ideas and we were just screwing around playing Fallout.
Yeah,
I
I like them.
like Elder Scrolls more, but I do like Fallout.
I like the Fallout a little more.
So let's talk about every Fallout game just a little bit. We'll probably be talking about Fallout more than just this one time. Don't you worry. But for this week, we're just gonna give very, very, very general opinions. Fallout 1, what do you think of it?
Fallout 1, I have yet to play, but from what I've looked at it looks like an isometric real-time RPG that has turn-based combat, and I would really enjoy it.
You own it.
I do own it, which
Yeah.
I'm going to play it really soon.
It's really fun.
I bought it during the Steam Summer Sale.
It's a very fun game. I really like it. The
I think
master
I
is
said this
intimidating. Yeah, you mentioned that
a
you
while
bought it.
ago, but I didn't play it yet. I have yet to
Yeah.
play it. Mhm.
The master is a cool villain.
Yeah.
I
He
enjoy
has
him.
4 voices. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's like,
3, I think.
join us. Join us.
Join us. Join us. Oh, 4.
Something like that. Yeah.
See, I like the master. He's a cool
I
villain.
could have sworn he had his own voice, a male voice, a female
He
voice.
does.
I don't
He is
know.
definitely the coolest villain in all of Fallout. There's
Yeah.
no doubt.
What he did
when I
kind
f-
of caused the entire conflict in the.
When I think
main
about
conflict.
Fallout villains, I think of the master because all the other ones suck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't like Mr. Enclave?
The Enclave was not a good villain.
Hey,
They
the
were dumb.
Enclave is like if the American government turned into a whole bunch of meanies. Wait a second.
And that's why you don't give Steve Bannon keys to the missiles.
Well, other word is Fallout 2.
Fallout 2 is Fallout 1, but gameplay-wise, it's better.
Yeah, I haven't looked into that one much. But
You
I'm just
own
gonna-
it too, don't you?
I own all of them now.
Yeah.
I own all the Fallouts now.
Well,
officially.
that's not true, but you'll see why in a second.
Oh, okay, never mind. then.
I've not played all of them, but I have played most of them. So, Fallout 2, it's good. It takes place after Fallout 1. Mm-hmm. But it's like about the descendant of the character from Fallout 1.
Yeah, I remember watching overviews about it and stuff. and it's
Fallout
like,
2 leads directly in a lot of ways to
like it's the son, and he continues with the old.
The thing I like about Fallout 2 is that it makes me think of New Vegas, and I really like New Vegas because there's a lot of references to it in New Vegas.
I personally prefer Fallout 3 over New Vegas, but
We'll get
to
there
that.
because we're not even at Fallout 3 yet.
Yeah, we're at
Now, Fallout 2, still good. Tim knows nothing about it.
yeah, basically.
Fallout Tactics. It's awesome.
That looked really good.
It's really, really good.
Other than not being canon, which I can understand from what I've seen with it about the whole, like they basically they fix all the world's problems at the end. It's like, oh, but then we can't have no more Fallout. So,
It's really good.
but other than that, yeah,
It's a really good game.
it's like this other one, except you have an entire squad. So instead
Yeah.
of just one guy,
It
yeah.
is a it's an RTS and it's really, really good.
So I like RTSs and I like Fallout. Like I played
Yeah,
all
you're gonna
I played
love it.
XCOM and I want to get next
There's
to it,
some really
so-
weird death claws in it. and like weird super mutant designs. Yeah, they're like different kinds of Deathclaws.
Like I saw giant robots.
Now there's like the Deathclaws are like their own faction.
Oh.
And there's different ones. Oh, and there are intelligent Deathclaws in Fallout 2.
I know about that. I know they were talking Deathclaws and they had run a vault or something like that.
Yeah, they're actually friendly. Mm-hmm. But if you attack them, you're dead.
Yeah, obviously.
But, you know.
So that was something.
Do you know what comes after Tactics?
Well, I was going to say Fallout 3, but I'm assuming something else.
Nope.
Is it
Fallout Brotherhood of Steel?
That's right. I forgot about that one.
I played it once.
I didn't. Tell me.
It's really bad.
Is it
like
bad?
one of the worst games I've ever played.
Why? What is it like?
Just imagine like an action game,
Okay.
but then remove all the fun,
But I can't do that if it's Fallout.
and then remove all the good graphics.
But I can't do that if it's Fallout.
Yes, you can.
Oh.
It's garbage.
Okay.
I might buy it just to play it on the show.
I have to look at it.
No, don't look at it because I'm gonna buy
want
it.
to look
No,
at
don't
it.
look at it because I'm gonna buy it so we can play it on the show.
I'll buy it. I need all the Fallouts because I'm a
Okay,
Fallout
buy
boy.
it, but don't look at it. Just buy it.
Okay, but
because
if,
we're
only
gonna
if
play
it's
it.
cheap.
It should be. It's original Xbox exclusive.
Oh, okay, good. That's good.
And it's so bad. It's hilarious.
Now we're on to Fallout 3, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Fallout 3, the one that introduced me to the series.
It's great. It's the best one.
It is, in my opinion, and many others.
It's Oblivion,
Hey, you
Yeah, it
can't
is.
jump with skooma in that one.
unfortunately. Well, let me put it in perspective. That was the game that introduced me to Fallout as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oblivion is one of my favorite games of all time. I played it before I played Fallout. Because what
Okay.
happened was, in between all the other like really bad Fallout games, like, well, not really bad, just the one really bad one. But between that and I might be missing some other ones, but I'm just trying to remember them all.
Mm-hmm.
But in between Fallout 2 and Tactics and stuff and real Fallout 3, there was Van Buren, which was the canceled prototype of Fallout 3.
Mm-hmm.
Which looked interesting. But Fallout 3 ended up getting taken over by Bethesda, who eventually bought the entire franchise. They own it now.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time they made Fallout 3, they actually didn't. They bought it after Fallout 3 came out, I think. And Fallout 3 is just the Elder Scrolls, but in different...
And it's in Washington, D.C.
Yeah. Oh, it's very much Fallout still.
Mm-hmm.
And its level system is different because it has the special system.
I remember the first time playing it, I was like, well, I went here on a field trip one time. And like, wow, look, there's all the famous buildings. And oh, there's a super mutant. Oh, I'm dead. Oh. The random spawn. They spawned at
For
Deathclaw
me, it
at the
was-
mall at the beginning.
What I played in between Oblivion and Skyrim when I was waiting for Skyrim to come out.
Mm-hmm. I played it a lot. I got really, really into it. It's like my favorite.
It's a great
now.
game. It really is. And it is probably the game that best captures that feeling of isolation and emptiness.
Mm-hmm. But also throws in humor.
Oh, it's really
Like,
funny.
really good.
All the games
It's like
do that.
everything's. It's like all these dark stories and stuff. And every so often, there's like something fun.
let it
happens.
be
Like, oh, there
said,
it is.
every Fallout game, except for like Brotherhood of Steel, which was garbage, all of them are hilarious.
Yeah.
After that came New Vegas, which was actually made by, I forget the name.
Obsidian? No.
No, I forget what they were called. They were the remnants of the development team from Fallout 1, 2, and Van Buren and Tactics. They were the remnants of those guys. And they came in and they got to make their own modern Fallout game. And they did a great job. They knocked it out of the park.
It was Fallout 3 if it was a desert.
Yeah.
That's
I like...
It had a few new things.
If it wasn't so glitchy and the emptiness wasn't a little too exaggerated, I would prefer it to 3.
Yeah, like it had the survival system and hardcore mode, and it added
Great.
factions and stuff.
There's so much that they did right. And I love the fact that it's tied together with the other Fallout games. Because one thing that bothers me in the Fallout lore is super mutants. In Fallout 1, they explain how they're created. It's the main conflict is two main conflicts. One is your vault's water purifier broke.
Yeah.
But the other is the super
The main
mutants.
problem without the series is the super mutants.
That's not true.
No.
And here's why.
Okay.
The the FEV virus as a whole is,
Yeah.
but not super mutants specifically, because in Fallout 1 they're like, oh look, we made super mutants, and it's like, in Fallout 2 the super mutants are still running around from Fallout 1 even though you destroyed their base, so they're totally disorganized and like just nomadic villains, and it's like, Fallout Tactics, they're a faction, which makes sense. Brotherhood of Steel, they're just generic enemies because that game was garbage. But then Fallout 3 is the other part of the country. completely different. Super mutants. It's like, good, but where'd they come from? Oh, they came all the way over here? No, the origin explains that they're just different super mutants.
From the one vault that was hit with a direct nuclear impact, and the whole vault was dedicated to making them.
Yeah.
And somehow the Enclave got in, even though you had to go through a vault of little children, they somehow got it a different way, and that's how they abduct you and stuff, and it's like, but how? Did they just walk through and the little children's like, hey, Mungo, and they just walk through? It's like, oh, okay.
Now, New Vegas got that part right because they were actually the same super mutants.
Yeah, they
as
actually
in Fallout 1 and 2.
Well, in that game, they made them feel a lot more sympathetic. They're like, oh.
Well, the ones in New Vegas are the ones from Fallout 1 and 2.
Yeah.
They're not the same as the ones in 3.
Mm.
There is a design difference. The ones in 1 and 2 in New Vegas have like a strap holding up their upper lip, whereas the ones in 3 and 4 don't have that.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah, they have a
I
strap
think I've
holding.
read about that, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm. There is a distinguishing thing. I hate how they looked in Fallout 4 for the record, but we'll get to that. But yeah, New Vegas was good.
Mm-hmm.
I liked how it kept continuity. I liked how that one ghoul who was in Fallout 1 and then Fallout 2 and then New Vegas. It was like in Fallout 1 he was a ghoul, and then in Fallout 2 he was growing a tree on his head. And in New Vegas he was a tree.
Fallout 3 was a tree too, I think. Or was that a different ghoul?
No, I thought it was New Vegas that he was in.
No, Fallout.
Oh, it was 3. You're right.
It's
You're
the
right.
DLC.
Yeah,
You go
he
to
was.
Virginia or something.
Yeah, he was in 3.
Maryland, I think.
Yeah, because he was in 1, and then he was in 2 with the small tree, and then in 3 he was a full-on tree, and he was like, kill me.
Something like that, yeah. So, yeah, that's something.
Yeah, you're right, it was 3. In any case, New Vegas kept a lot of continuity. There's the one super mutant whose name I forget, who's bluish. Marcus?
What?
Is his name Marcus, the super mutant?
I think.
Yeah, the blue super mutant, like bluish. He's not actually
The
blue.
Nightkin? The ones that have...
Yeah, he's a
yeah.
Nightkin.
Yeah.
Or no, he's not a Nightkin,
No?
but he helps run the Nightkin.
Okay. Nope, bump my mic a little, sorry.
In any case, I like the fact that there's continuity with characters from the older games there. And then Fallout 4 was, well, in between those was Fallout Shelter.
Well, that's not... That's
Yes,
not really,
it counts as much as Brotherhood of Steel.
Yeah.
And
It's
it was
a fun
awesome.
app. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah,
It's
I got
a great game.
addicted to it for a while, and I was like, eh. And I just stopped because I'm just building a vault for no
Yeah,
reason.
I liked it though.
It was fun until I got to the end game.
I liked before they updated. You can make like parent and child mate.
You can still do that?
You can?
Yeah.
I thought you could only do that.
No, you
pre-update.
just have to give it a little bit, and then they'll do it again.
Oh, good.
There are vaults where they just have the entire population is pregnant women, so they can't be attacked. And then that's it. That's the end. They send all the males out to fight in the wasteland, and they never come home.
That's awesome.
It's a beautiful little way.
After that came Fallout 4.
Mm-hmm.
Fallout 4 was so good.
Fallout 4
but it was
awesome.
so not as good as New Vegas and 3.
I think the story was lacking.
Yep.
The redesigns, they were good, but some of them were a little iffy to me because I was used to the old wacky designs. Like I'm not. You noticed a lot of the weapons and stuff and armor. They kind of changed around a bit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But like the setting, it was awesome, but it was just a little bit tad too small. Like once I played through the game, I was like, I'm familiar with like every place on this map.
Well, for my money, graphically, it was gorgeous.
Oh,
it
no-
was
no doubt
one of
about that.
Bethesda's best-looking games relative to when it came out.
Mm-hmm. They fixed the combat.
Oh my god, they did. The gunplay.
You don't need VATS anymore.
It's almost too good.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay. I actually liked shooting.
Well, what do you mean by
4.
too good? I thought it was perfect.
Well, like in the sense that it removed the RPG elements from it a little bit.
I
Where
guess.
like,
well, that's one of the things they ruined was the stats and
oh,
stuff.
the RPG elements.
skills, yeah.
It was just Call of Duty open world
It
to
was
an
like,
extent.
dang it, with this, I like the better. I just
That and
choose
dialogue.
Oh yeah,
They
dialogue.
botched it.
Why? Because we have 4 options.
Yeah, because you only have 4 options.
Sarcastic, bad, good questions.
It was bad. It was awful. Also, Sean.
What?
Sean!
Sean, you're like 50 years older than me now and dying of cancer, Sean.
Also, you're a synth, Sean!
Hey, you're not a Sith. Don't spoil that. I wouldn't be surprised at that point.
Yeah, honestly.
That's the problem with the story.
It was dumb.
Fallout 3 story is actually touching, and it had its ups and downs and stuff. Fallout 4 is like, I'm gonna find my son. Oh, I found my son.
Oh, he's old. Oh, he's evil. Oh,
Now I have to choose one.
The first thing I did when I found him was I killed him.
Okay.
Bad idea. You can't leave.
Yeah, it's probably not.
You're stuck in there if you kill him.
Oh, good.
You can leave, but they chase you out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can't
So
go
there's
back
that, and the endings were like, I don't know. It was iffy. Like, I don't know how to get the Minutemen ending still.
It wasn't a bad game.
I don't know.
By any means. It was a great game.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't the best. And now I'm just like, can you make an Elder Scroll, please?
Oh, that's coming in due time.
Hey, they said maybe this console generation.
The Elder Scrolls Cats, right? That's the new one?
Yeah, where the only creature, ironically, is Redguard.
Oh,
I guess it's not really a creature, it's a race.
Yeah, jeez.
But there's only the Redguards, there's just that, and that's it. And it's like, the only option is Sam L. Jackson.
At one point, Khajiit the
he's
liar
like-
just comes along.
He's like, this is a game.
He just walks away at the end.
It's like, wow, the quality of game design has gone down.
Well done, Bethesda.
And like the entire map is one mountain
Yeah,
with 2 towns.
but it's also 500 kilometers.
Yeah, it's like and there's only 2 towns, each one 5 buildings.
Yeah.
But and like nothing in between them except for just this mountain.
Yep. Like
And,
the most realistic mountain.
And the
in video game
NPCs, you can
history.
click on them and they'll be like, hey, and that's the dialogue, and that's everyone's dialogue, and they got more voice actors. They're up to a voice cast of 7 people. Okay, hype train time.
Okay.
All aboard the hype train.
Blue streak speeds by.
That's not me.
Sonic the Hedgehog. Other blue streak also speeds by.
There's a Lamborghini.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Lamborghini.
Third streak also speeds by. It's not blue unless you choose it to be blue.
Okay.
Sonic Forces.
I was referencing the Lamborghini that drove by us in LA. That was also blue.
That was cool.
was
But Sonic Forces, it's a game. It looks solid, but I've got mixed thoughts, and I'm going to talk about them.
Why custom character?
I played it at
original
E3,
OC?
and I have some things to say about it now.
Okay, you say you're serious.
So I'm a big fan of 3D Sonic when it's done right. I think Adventure 1, minus the glitches, has some of the best 3D platforming ever.
We
in
got a
Sonic
true
levels.
Sonic fan here, by the way. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
I don't. I just know he's a hedgehog.
You know, Adventure 2 was worse in a lot of ways, and it was dumb, but I liked the Sonic levels mostly. Some of them sucked.
Oak.
Heroes would have been good if you didn't fall through the floor,
Well,
and if you didn't have to go through everything 4 times,
yeah, that was a little. If it was a little bad.
and if you didn't have to kill enemies
Hey,
for
every
like
time
16
they
hours.
added like an extra platform.
There are like 20 hours of fighting enemies in every level.
Yeah.
So it's okay. Shadow the Hedgehog was garbage, and then Secret Rings made me want to drink bleach, and I hate 06, obviously. And then,
Black Knight.
Black Knight I actually don't hate. It's pretty good.
Mhm.
And then Unleashed was half great and half eh.
It had a really
But then
good
Colors
cutscene.
was awesome. And then Generations was awesome, and Lost World was okay, and Boom was garbage. But this is continuing from Unleashed.
Sounds like a little
Colors.
heartbeat monitor. You got your ups, your downs, your ups, your downs.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
this game, in terms of its main gameplay that I want to talk about, follows in the footsteps of Colors, Generations, and Unleashed, where you boost your homing attack. It's all good, fast fun. But here's the thing: why does Sonic feel more limited than in the other games?
I don't know what you're talking about here.
Specifically, more limited than Generations. In Colors, okay, let me explain generally. In the games, you have a couple moves. You can jump, you can homing attack, and some of them you can double jump. You can boost, you can air boost, you can drift around corners, and you can do the quick step, which lets you shift over like
You can
a
drift.
lane. Yeah,
I don't remember you drifting.
it's a really fun move, actually.
Okay.
But in Colors, some of the moves were actually locked out. You could only jump, double jump, boost, and air boost and wall jump. To do other moves, you had to be in like the correct environment where it would tell you, now you can quick step, now you can do the drift, and that was dumb. But then Generations was like, nah, screw that, you can do anything anywhere, and that was awesome. But this game, it's almost like Generations, except you can't drift, and that really upsets me.
Is it done in a way like a tutorial, or is it just
The level I played?
Yeah.
It's kind of, it gives you tutorial text,
Mm-hmm.
but like you're just playing through it. It controlled well. I played the Switch version, so the frame rate was bad, but it actually runs at 60 on consoles and PC. And I'm probably going to get it on either PC or PS4. I don't know which yet. In addition to Switch, I might get the Switch version. I'm not sure yet.
But play it on the pooper.
Yeah, that's like the sole reason I'd get it. Like the main gameplay felt fine, and it was fun, and it was satisfying, and everything looks great. But like, why would they make it a backstep from Generations when Generations was such a great game, you know? Then there's Classic Sonic, which looks exactly the same as Generations with worse level design. and the drop dash from Sonic Mania. So that's cool. It's a new move from Mania that they're carrying over. But then there's the elephant in the room.
OC?
You can make your own OC in the game.
Oh boy, I can't wait to make Tails the Hedgehog.
Now, I'm not sure if we're going to be doing this game on GamerGobble or not. I'm thinking about it. And if we do like a playthrough of it, because the game's probably going to be short. Sonic games typically are very quickly over. And if that's the case, we could do that.
Mm-hmm.
And if we do,
We're
we're going to make Tim the wolf.
Oh no! I don't want
But there's
this.
different animals, and they have different stats and different abilities.
But the same power, right? The hook or whatever.
That they have, yeah. But not all of them have the hook, but like some only. I think the hedgehog has the homing attack. I think,
Okay.
and like the rabbit can do extra jumps or whatever, and like other ones have like the ring drawn ability, and like they all have different abilities, and that's cool. But like all I can think of is I'm gonna make Sonic. I'm gonna make Sonic and Sonic all together.
Oh boy,
Because for real, why would they make your own character when you can make Sonic?
he's number one.
What's your ideal character you're gonna make, Tim?
I don't know. Give me my choices. I'll make him right now.
It'd be purple,
Oh no, I don't want a
or
purple.
blue,
Oh no, it's
or
Sonic.
red,
Knuckles.
or
He's
yellow,
Okay, little Knuckles in there.
or
Sure.
green.
Oh, I want to be the alligator.
What's wrong with Vector? What's wrong with Vector? I like Vector. You got a problem with that? You got a problem
He's
with
a
Vector?
detective.
You make him black?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Shadow.
Oh yeah, I can make Shadow the original hedgehog.
Shadow's a villain in this game. No one knows why.
Oh, probably because he wiped his mind for the 15th time. It's like, I
He never
forgot
wiped
again.
his mind. He got amnesia because he fell from space.
Well, this time he got amnesia because Eggman punched him really hard.
Yeah, Eggman was just like, I'm Shadow the Hedgehog. I have the ultimate power. Chaos. Who am I?
Oh, you work for me. I'm an egg. Just do what I say.
I'm Eggman. Yeah, that's
Well,
exactly how it went. And
good.
Chaos just, they're like,
Yeah, they'll
They're made of
his
water.
Eggman robots.
and Zaz is there, or not Zaz. Was his name Zaz?
I don't know.
Was his name Zaz? Oh my god, it was, wasn't
What?
it?
Who's that?
The main villain from Lost World, who was a
Oh.
big red Bowser.
Oh.
But he like, you murder him in Lost World, you blow him up.
Well, Eggman.
Well, I blow him up, I mean you turn him into a puff of smoke.
Well,
he
Eggman put the
dies.
smoke back together.
Because in Lost World, you beat all the Deadly Six, and then in like the final world, you fight them. And instead of having an animation where they fly off, they turn into little puffs of smoke and
Okay,
they die.
Eggman
They're like,
came-
I can't believe I was killed by a boy, and then she dies, and it's like,
What?
whoa,
Oh, jeez.
Sonic just killed that chick.
Well, you see, afterwards they don't show you this. And you have to after
Zavik, that was it.
he comes-
Zaz is the annoying one.
Eggman comes over with his little swipper. He just sucks it up and then takes him off and puts them back together again.
Well, in this game, all the villains
He
team up
also gives him
together.
amnesia by
and there's
punching
also a
him.
new villain with like weird hair, and I'm like, oh, his tails.
Oh, Tails became bad?
I
He's
bet.
Like, I'm telling you,
For
Sonic.
some reason, there's a long time where in the fan base there was a rumor that in this game Tails was gonna be dead.
Oh.
And I was like, what? And like everyone was perpetuating it on all the message boards and stuff. And I was like, come on, like,
Come on.
come
They
on.
don't go that dark. He just blows
Come
up the world
on,
and
like
kills
they wouldn't
people.
kill. I wish they killed Tails
Why?
because he's like
Sonic!
Sonic's just like, whoa, watch out, you're gonna crash. Ah!
Sonic, I built a new laser beam.
No, that's my favorite Sonic quote of all time.
Okay.
Whoa, look out, you're gonna crash. Ah!
Well,
From Sonic Adventure.
I remember the lip syncing was beautiful.
Yeah, mostly when he goes, ah! And then, like his neck and spikes extend.
His mouth is a square.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure is beautiful. It really is art. In any case, yeah. I think the game looks good, but like there's so much.
Sonic Forces.
Oh, the main theme is terrible.
Oh, good.
I
great.
hate it. Like normally I love the music. The soundtrack to Sonic Forces sounds good.
Still can't get
But
over Sonic Boom.
I
Not using
love
Sonic Boom.
vocal songs on Sonic usually.
Mm-hmm.
The first one was Toot Toot Sonic Warrior, which was great actually. And then Sonic Boom was the American version, which was amazing. It's a great theme song to one of my favorite characters. Open Your Heart was great. It Doesn't Matter was great. City Escape was great. Live and Learn was great. All Hail Shadow was great.
All Hell Shadow.
Yeah, it's actually really catchy.
Okay.
His World, every version of it I like. Seven Rings in Hand was great. Night of the Wind was great. There's a lot of great Sonic
You
songs.
left out Sonic Heroes.
I was gonna. Oh yeah, Sonic Heroes was great actually. What I'm Made Of, the final boss theme from that game, is actually one of my favorite songs by Crush 40. I don't know if you've heard the final boss theme to that game.
I don't think I have.
It
Maybe
is.
I did.
No, you'd have to beat the game as all 4 stories.
Oh, never mind then.
It's probably better than Live and Learn.
Wow.
And if you know Live and Learn, you know it's a really good song. Mm-hmm. In any case, I don't like the theme song of this game. It's like, we're friends, I love you, hold my hand, we'll jump.
Hey,
that's not literally the lyrics, but like that may as well have been them.
Oh, good.
Because like the actual music is really cool. It's like dun 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 dun. But then like the lyrics are just like, I am a guy, I've got some rings, I'm gonna jump on you. I am the best guy. I am a guy. That's not the lyrics, but like that's about as much like quality as you get out of them.
Are you assuming my gender?
What? In any case, it's like it's the worst.
Okay.
It's bad and I don't like it, but I like the actual music behind it. In any case, Sonic Forces looks good, just worse than Mania.
Okay.
I don't know, whatever.
We'll find out in the coming months.
I said, I don't know, whatever.
Oh, I get it.
We're going to the next
one
segment.
more time to transfer.
I don't know, whatever.
Whatever.
Hey, Tim, what's that thing on the couch between us, besides the pretzels and the controllers and the blanket and the receipts and the water bottle?
Oh, are you talking about my blanket?
I said besides
Oh,
blanket.
are you talking about my really crappy $25 VR headset?
Virtual reality!
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. Because the couch in the futon in Tim's room, there's a VR headset on it. Virtual reality. It's fun.
Yeah.
Tim wanted to talk about it.
Well, we were just looking up some
We
stuff.
had no idea what to talk about for whatever this week.
No, I don't.
Well, okay. My original thought was we'll talk about Spider-Man: Homecoming, and then I realized that's 3 weeks in a row.
Spider-Man, yeah.
Yeah. I do want to review that movie once
Let's
Tim
give
sees
Toby a break.
it. I do want Tim to see that. Well, Tim and I will talk about that movie once Tim sees it.
Mm-hmm.
But like that could be like 6
I
years
just
from
got
now.
to Logan. I have a whole bunch of superheroes
Yeah, for
to
real.
catch up on.
He hasn't seen Wonder Woman yet. He hasn't seen
Spider-Man, I haven't
Spider-Man,
seen.
Guardians 2.
Guardians. Oh, yeah, Guardians 2 is what I want to see. Anyway, back to check of VR. Looking on Amazon and saw the
Yeah,
Oculus Rift for
IGN had an ad up. And yeah,
Mm-hmm.
$400 for the Oculus Rift with the touch thing.
And apparently an Xbox One controller, but I don't know about that part. It said it includes
That might be
part.
like an IGN exclusive thing.
Maybe.
Or if you order, like using their link, you
Mm-hmm.
get that stuff.
Oh, and 7 free games if you get the Xbox thing.
Now, I have not really used the Oculus at all, ever.
Me neither.
But I have used the Vive a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And so have you.
Not as much as you have, but enough.
My college has 2 HTC Vives just to play with.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, and Tim doesn't go to my school, but I just sort of bring him over anyway, and they don't
Yeah.
care. Like, nobody cares.
Awesome.
So,
So like 4 people play with them.
yeah, well, occasionally they get really busy,
Mm-hmm.
but we pretty much have unlimited access to Vives for free.
Which is cool. And so we tried it, and now I just gotta do a whole bunch of stuff and see is it worth it? I mean, it probably is worth it with that deal, but like HTC Vive or Oculus.
The Vive is what I have experience with, and oh my goodness, is it fun. I'm going to talk about different tiers of VR, because Vive and Oculus are sort of in the same tier. Vive being a little bit of a step up.
You want to start the lowest one, work our way up?
Nope, we're going to do opposite. We're
Oh,
going to start
opposite,
highest
huh?
and go the whole way down.
Oh, okay, let's start at the highest.
'Cause I have
so
used
the
almost-
government has this new torture device.
I have used almost every realm of VR, like in terms of modern VR headsets. We're going to go all the way from Oculus to Virtual Boy. Are you ready?
Oh, okay, sure, let's go. Let's do this.
Okay, so Vive, you walk around in it. It's got sensors. Oh my goodness, is it cool?
It's really
there was
awesome.
actually Vive set up at a museum in Pittsburgh,
Didn't know that.
at the Carnegie Mellon Natural History and Art Museum.
Don't forget the first time we tried out the Vive, seeing Shin Godzilla.
What?
You don't remember?
You're right. Yeah,
That was the
we were
first time we
seeing
tried
Shin
it.
Godzilla out in Pittsburgh. Well, not in Pittsburgh, but towards it. We had to go in that direction. And the one large mall out that way.
Randomly
They had
a
a guy who was like, $5, and
Yeah.
he let us play Vive.
Yeah, we played
I was
racing.
unimpressed because at the time I didn't know how to drive. I still don't have my license, but I do have a car.
I knew.
Much to Tim's chagrin.
See, I know how to drive, and he's like, "Yeah."
Tim has his license. Tim drives all the time. He has to like share his mom's car, and it's like terrible when he can barely use it.
Hey now.
And then there's me, and I'm like, I just went driving for the 4th time in my life today because I need to get my license so that we're not paying insurance on a car I can't use.
Well, the point is, he's like, "Here, use this car. It's good for beginners," and he gives me like a race car. I'm like, that's not a beginner car.
Yeah,
I'm not
we're
even
talking
on-
about VR. We're not talking about his actual
Yeah,
car.
this is the VR stuff.
Yeah.
We're talking about the game where it's like, yeah, this one's easy to control. It's like it's a race car, and I'm sitting on the right side, so it's like a European race car of some kind. And I'm like, okay, sure. And everything's the same, except I'm sitting on the right, and it doesn't have grip. And I make a right turn, and I skid into a road, and it's my first time in VR. I hit the wall. I like jump and scream, and I'm like, oh crap, I'm actually sitting in the middle of a mall. But I didn't know that.
That was cool,
for
but
me,
I
it was like, I
I
got
was
screwed a
awful at
couple
that, and I
times.
didn't really care because I was more interested in seeing Shin Godzilla, which was a fantastic movie for the record. It comes out on Blu-ray in like a month. I have it pre-ordered, and I cannot wait. But
That was Vive.
yeah, well, that was the first time playing Vive, but since then we've actually played real Vive games, not stupid driving ones.
Oh, come on now. Stupid.
Like Climby.
oh, well, Climby was awesome.
Climby is a game where you climb. It's a platforming game. You climb up things. I'm really good at it. Tim's really bad at it.
Hey, I'm not bad.
Yeah, you are.
I couldn't do one
Yeah, you
jump.
are.
One
You
jump I
spent
couldn't
like
do.
I pretty much I was like speed running.
First of all, that's due to my arm limitations. I can't lift up that high, so when I was moving my arm, it moved slightly slower than the other arm. And
I was like
saying,
speed running, like the whole thing,
I'm
like
sorry that your
leaping
body is
around. And then
perfect.
Tim was there like 6 hours behind me, like I can't make the jump.
hey, all because I had the.
And I ended up like having him ride on my backpack in game. He had to jump on my back and ride my backpack across because he
Yeah,
couldn't
it
do
was
it.
fun.
It was really funny. We
Anyway.
also played Battleship.
That would look like it was like a crappy.
got annihilated.
Made in Unity. That was
Yeah, but I died.
Yeah, and then we played the Portal one, which is
Which
really
is
awesome.
The Vive is really fun.
You never really think about how big a companion cube is until it's right in front of you. It's
Yeah,
like, oh yeah,
it's
it's like
weird.
3 feet.
You never
tall,
understand how stressful it is to be on the edge of a platform in aperture until you're on the edge of a platform in aperture.
Yeah, it's like, wow, those
And I was like,
pits are
Tim,
actually
walk off
bottomless."
the edge, and he wouldn't do it.
I closed my eyes and did it, but I floated and I walked backwards. It's
Yeah,
terrifying.
I didn't know you closed your eyes.
I did. I wasn't gonna do that. That's like it's terrifying. It's like a dream, except it was
Once
real,
I got
but
used to,
wasn't.
I think Climby got me desensitized to that.
Well,
like,
climbing,
now I'm
you
used
fall
to it.
every 5 seconds.
Yeah,
so it
now I'm
doesn't
used
count.
to it. In any case, let's go down a tier. Oculus, haven't used it.
Oh, are you putting Oculus before Vive?
No, I'm putting it slightly below it.
You put Oculus below Vive?
In any case, below that is the PSVR. I have used this.
I haven't.
It feels like the Vive, except you have to sit in place, but it works really, really well.
Is that what the Oculus is supposed to be?
Yeah, I heard it's really similar to the Oculus, but the Oculus obviously runs on more powerful hardware and has a better screen. In any case, the PSVR does work really well.
Okay.
I played a little bit of Batman VR, and because GameStop used to have a demo thing for like a very brief period, like a couple weeks,
Neat.
and it was fun. It was really cool. I was throwing batarangs. The game was dumb, but the actual VR worked really well.
Okay.
Beneath that would be, I guess, mobile VR,
Sure. Yeah.
which in itself has tiers.
Well, yeah.
So let's start with the top tier of that. Mine, the
goody good.
Google Daydream VR, which is, I think, still exclusive to Google Pixel phones.
Pretty good, I'd say.
It's almost console, like low-tier PC quality VR on mobile.
just about. We played
It's how we play Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes.
Yeah, that was.
I'm still looking into how to record that so we can play through it on the show.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
If you do end up getting the Oculus, obviously it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
I'm highly considering them. That's like almost
I don't.
my
the
remaining
only-
money.
I could record my phone, it would just look like garbage.
Yeah.
I
don't know.
In any
something.
case, it works really, really well for mobile VR.
Mhm.
Partially because I don't have like the Pixel XL or whatever that has the 4K screen. Mine is 1080p, but it does look really nice. It's definitely well optimized for it. It has a nice little controller. It works really well for Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes. That's how we play
I like
that
the
game.
custom boat controller. It goes really well. All fits together nicely and stuff. Then
Yeah.
you go down to like Samsung, right? You'd say
Samsung would be like immediately beneath because they're almost just as good with the Gear VR.
they were like the head before Gear VR
Yeah.
came out.
Just kicked a thing. Before the Google thing came out, yeah, Samsung pretty much had it nailed. Now, their things
iPhone and
also
stuff
are
was-
only compatible with their phones. The headsets are honestly probably nicer than what Google has. Oh, something about Google's is incredibly comfortable.
Yeah. Well, it's light. It's made to be like
super
super
light.
lightweight and
Like you barely feel
so.
it. Now it's not the case with the Gear one, where you can definitely feel it.
I don't know what's up with the iPhones and stuff. I know they
iPhone
have it, but...
has the same as yours, where Google Cardboard.
Oh, okay.
Now Google Cardboard is the lowest tier,
Which is what I have to work with.
right
That's
now.
what's sitting on my couch over here. It's not for the
It's
iPhone.
not an actual cardboard one. It's a it's a
it's
Virtual Boy looking thing.
Styros or something.
It's a
Cypress.
black and red plastic. It works. It's functional.
It had one of the higher ratings on the websites I visited while looking for a cheap alternative. Because the one Ian has like $50, which isn't bad considering like
how good it is.
Samsung VR is like $120.
Oh yeah, and for what it is, if you have a Google phone, like I don't know if the Nexus phones made by Google are also compatible, but if you have a Pixel, or I think they said they were expanding it to other phones, if you have a compatible phone and you have $50 to drop and you just want something fun,
you don't want to
it's
pay
the best
several
mobile
hundred for VR. Yeah,
it's the best mobile VR on the market. It's
Yeah.
great. The cardboard is fine.
Yeah, I'm working with the lower tier. I have like a Moto G4 Plus, which is my first smartphone, but it's also like one of the low tier
your
smartphones.
previous phone was a smartphone.
That doesn't count as a smartphone.
It was a smartphone by definition.
but not by human standards.
It was by my standards a
It's not by my
smartphone.
standards.
Did it have phone capabilities?
Yes. So does
Did it
every phone.
have a calculator?
So does every
Calculators are pretty smart. It was a smartphone.
phone. My mom had a flip phone that had a calculator.
Yeah, I know.
So-
No, it was what he had previously was like a $60 to $70.
I think it was more like a 40. Well, it was cost that much, but it was more like a $20 to $30 one. You could buy it at a Dollar's Tree or something. I
No,
don't
it's
know.
like $100 if you get it at dollar stores.
Well, it wasn't worth that much. It
It's
could
about
barely
$100
run
phone.
Tetris.
It's garbage.
To put it into perspective.
It's a garbage phone. My little sister had one as her first phone.
But I have a
period.
Moto G4 Plus, and it's not built for VR, but it can handle it for short
It's built
periods
to
of time.
be what his phone is built to be is definitively the most capable of all like low budget smartphones. Whereas the phone that I have is made for being a heavy duty, super technologically capable phone. So yeah, his doesn't have. It says it doesn't have a gyroscope, but it still works with VR, which means it clearly has to. In any case, I don't even know how his phone works with VR because its specs technically shouldn't.
Yeah, it works barely, and after like 5 minutes, it gets super heated. I'm talking like it feels like you're touching a hot stove when you're done.
It wasn't made
after a short session.
It certainly wasn't made for the video games.
But I mean, it works with like watching short 360 videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So I got to try that out, and I tried a couple games. Like there's like a Frogger kind of one. I was like, oh, blocky, and it almost kind of runs good.
Crossy
So,
Road.
I think.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
game.
so-
I do believe we will end up with a VR thing for GamerGobble at some point because
Eventually.
Tim's obsessed with it,
I love VR.
and I'm not, and I like it, but I'm not obsessed. But
I
like,
had the choice between a treadmill and a VR. I'd get a VR.
Well, yeah, of course you would. That was such an out of context, random,
I don't know why. I
pointless,
just
like
said-
meaningless comparison.
Hey, I don't know. I'd rather climb in non-existent walls in VR than walk.
He'd rather get tired not doing exercise than get tired doing exercise.
Yeah, but the non-exercise is exercise depending on what game you play.
No, it's not. In any case, VR is
Hey.
fun, but look out for VR content on GamerGobble. And with that in mind, I think that is it
No,
for.
you forgot the Virtual Boy.
I did forget the Virtual Boy.
How could you forget the Virtual
I have
Boy?
played the Virtual Boy. It hurts your head really badly, and the controller feels like if a GameCube controller was broken.
And everything's red.
Everything is red,
And
but
it's
it
not
has some
3D,
really
right?
good games. It has one really good game.
Is it? It's not 3D too, right? It's like it makes it look 3D, but you don't actually look
No,
around
it's-
at it, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's a 3D display. But like it's dumb because the screens you don't even view directly. You view reflections from mirrors.
Oh,
Like every step of the way is convoluted and it's horrible and it really hurts your head.
awesome.
But oh my goodness, is Virtual Boy Wario Land good? Like it's one of the best games of the early Wario Land games. So that's worth it.
From what I know about Wario Land, with the little bit I played with you,
They're great.
seems awesome. Yeah.
No, that's WarioWare.
Oh, okay.
Wario, you're thinking of the minigame one?
Yeah.
That's WarioWare.
Is that the
Wario
same
Land is a puzzle action side scroller. Imagine Mario with more combat and puzzles.
Okay.
Great games, absolutely fantastic. Wario Land 4 is one that we're probably going to play on the show in the future. I don't know when, not anytime soon, but that's a Game Boy Advance game. Those games are
Okey-doke.
great. But it's one of the best early Wario games. period.
Mm-hmm.
It also has the first Mario Tennis,
Awesome.
Tetris 3D, which is like terrible.
It's don't need Tetris to be in 3D.
Well, like it actually is a 3D game. It doesn't work. It's really
Okay.
broken.
Awesome.
And that other game where it's like Tetris, except you can move pieces in any direction, anywhere, up, down, left, right. Like
Okay.
it doesn't work. It's horrible. And you box it into a corner by accident, and then you're screwed because you can't get pieces out.
Awesome.
But like the game doesn't even end. It just sits there. It's like the worst. I don't know what it's called.
Awesome.
There were some really good Virtual Boy games. A lot of them sucked. They all hurt your head. In any case, I think that's it for this week.
Yep.
Now the R Zone.
Oh, what?
Well, no, above the Virtual Boy.
Above the Virtual
Above the Virtual Boy would be Google Glass. Which is more augmented reality.
I thought the Google Glass looked pretty neat,
Have you
except
used
for the
it?
$3,000 price.
You haven't
tag.
used it, have you?
No, I saw one before.
I've used it a couple times.
in person once. I never used it.
I've used it a couple times.
Does it not put a 30-inch TV in front of your face?
No, it puts like a tiny little dot.
Hey, I was
It
told.
doesn't look like.
I was told.
Oh,
it
is that you're
puts a-
picturing it like an Iron Man HUD right here, right?
Kind of, yeah.
Instead of an Iron Man HUD, imagine it just feels like there's a projector projecting on your eye. It doesn't
Oh.
hurt, but you know it's a projector projecting directly on your eye.
Is that what? Okay.
That's how it works.
Oh,
well,
I
it's
thought it
not
was-
onto your eye. It's a screen.
on the screen in front of your eye.
No, but it's actually onto a mirror that reflects it into your eye.
Oh, okay.
So it's still projecting it basically on your eye.
Great, awesome.
And it works fine. It's just dumb.
does it create a giant screen then?
No, it's not giant at all. It's really small. It's like like 1/4 of your left eye is a screen, and it's super uncomfortable. And you can still see through it. That's the weird part.
Okay.
The HoloLens looks like it's the same thing but cool.
Mm-hmm.
And we're hearing more about that upcoming, I think. So
Yeah,
I'm
that was a
excited.
bing thing a while back, and now we're just waiting
It's just
for the
been in
next
development.
update.
I'm excited for that. It's gonna be cool.
Minecraft on the table.
Yeah, I guess if you wanted that.
Yeah.
In any case, beneath the Virtual Boy then would be the R Zone,
Okay.
which was a
I don't know.
3-frame LCD knockoff. Like, you know those dollar store games where they're just like, it is soccer and it's 2 buttons and
Yeah.
like calculator screen.
Yep.
It was one of those, except you put it on your face.
Oh, good. I love.
And it had
those.
interchangeable games. It had Batman and Robin,
Okay.
based on the best movie.
Batman and Robin.
It had Resident Evil 2, I think.
That's pretty crazy.
No,
right
but it
there.
didn't work. It was
Oh.
just like a picture.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I think it had that. I don't know if it did or not. I did have Batman and Robin.
Okay.
It had a Star Wars game.
Mm-hmm.
It was just like a picture of Darth Vader and he waved his arms and you
Yes.
killed him.
Best game.
Like that's the lowest tier of virtual reality.
Okay.
Oh no, because you still got to go below that because then you have the Viewmaster.
Okay. We're getting out.
The Viewmaster.
now.
But if you go below that, there's those things from the 1920s
Yeah.
where they were like a mailbox and they had goggles and you put your face on them and you cranked a giant dial and it flipped through images.
Was that the virtual
That was like
reality?
1820s actually. That was before.
Is that virtual reality? I thought that was
consider-
just the moving pictures.
I consider that virtual
Okay,
reality. It had
sure.
goggles.
Sure.
If you go before that, there was the telescope.
Okay. How about we just go before that and say the microscope?
What do you mean?
I don't know what I'm saying.
Microscope isn't virtual reality.
Oh, okay. So tell us. Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. Fine.
What have I gotten into? If you want to go before that,
You went from
when you close
freaking
your
virtual-
eyes and imagine,
That is
virtual the
reality.
first virtual. Well, it's not virtual at all, but it is.
It's mental reality.
Yeah. So in any case,
It's your dreams that you'll never accomplish.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Thanks for watching the show and supporting us. If you enjoyed it, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment down below, do whatever it is you do to show your support. Unless that means, like coming to my house and taking my cat.
Or bringing harm to other people. Don't do
No,
that.
do that. Carve GamerGobble into the flesh of your enemies.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay, but make sure they hurt you first. And don't
Yeah,
attack them
no.
vote.
If they ask, don't tell them we sent you. Say it was like, I don't know, like Some Call Me Johnny or some other like bigger channel.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why him specifically.
PewDiePie has a new campaign.
No,
All bros.
Some Call Me Johnny. No one will see it coming.
Fine.
He's one of the best YouTubers.
okay.
ever.
I don't know.
I love him.
This was supposed to be an outro.
He's
Now it's
bald.
went into Johnny.
Bye bye.
Bye.
We'll see you guys next week.
Boy.
You won't see you, but you'll hear us.
Leave a comment for me, please.
Bye.
I'll miss you.
Oh.